good, guys? Yungavelle here, back at it with another video. I hope you guys have been doing great. So this is a spur of the moment video. I just instantly got inspiration to do this. First of all, the energies have been crazy, but in a way that's sparking me to make this specific video. And I got even more impetus to do it because I was watching Joe Rogan interviewing Mike Tyson, and they mentioned a point about how Mike Tyson was just talking about how, or Joe was actually like, it's so interesting to see how you're switching gears again, like you were just hotboxing with Mike Tyson, smoking weed, Mike Tyson, and then you just immediately, or you just switch lanes again, and now you're back in fight mode, getting ready to fight Roy Jones, and like you totally changed and switched. And Mike's response was like, he's like I said earlier, we don't know who we are. We're here kind of like figuring it out as we go, and life is like that, and it made me think like, man, because I've been going through this personally, like especially in the last couple of months, where I feel like I am reinventing myself. Like life allows you to you can reinvent yourself at any point in time that you want. And being on this journey, on this retention journey, has allowed me to be in a space of actively reinventing myself without even necessarily knowing that reinventing myself is something that I'm doing. We all talk about these benefits, and we all want to hear these benefits. We want to hear other people talk about them. We want to experience them, and we want to feel how it feels to be in that state. But little do we know that those long periods of time that we instill discipline and we attack our goals instead, we imbue new habits in our lives, reading or cold showers or more meditation or being more confident, whatever the case may be. We are reinventing ourselves. And it just hit me like, man, life is like a platform for that, where life gives you that opportunity to reinvent yourself at any moment. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, because growing pains, right? Growing pains and birthing processes. Man, you don't even know, like a couple weeks ago, I was, I'm going through a bit of a personal, I'm not personal in terms of I gotta hide it from people, but in like my life is, I'm changing, y'all. I'm changing. And I can feel it. And it is, it's like I'm outgrowing myself from within out. And it's so interesting to be a part of that process, because there are times where you go across, you're going through the motions of life, and you're like, yo, I'm straight, the path that I'm on is good, I'm on retention, so like I'm going out of my way to make my changes, so I feel good. And then things in life happen where you adapt in a way where it kind of shifts things within you that you didn't know that you necessarily wanted to work on. But in order to reach a new level, you should probably work on those things. You don't have to. You can stay where you are. But you cannot, or also you can change with it. You can also adapt. That option is there too. And being who I am now, someone who knows that semen retention is a part of my lifestyle now, and just making that choice because of what it represents for me, it allows me to see these changes that are elicited from external circumstances. It allows me to see them as opportunities to reinvent myself even more. And I have the courage and the confidence to stick with those things and adapt with them, instead of being like, instead of making an external change, and maybe being like, this is making me feel a little bit weird. Alright, so this is probably not the wave. Like, instead of doing that, I sit with it. Like, okay, this feels uncomfortable. This feels uncomfortable. Why? Why does this feel uncomfortable? There's something inside me that I need to look at. There's something inside me that is outdated. There's something inside me that doesn't fit anymore with the direction that my life is going, because my life is growing. My life is getting big, y'all. Big, big. And remember the book that I told you I'm reading, The Magic of Thinking Big. My life is growing. And it's happening in a way I'm like, oh, damn, all right, cool. So instead of me running with this, these movements, these little frictions that are in me, I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to sit with it. Bro, I sat with it last week or a couple weeks ago, to the point where I got sick. I got like a sore throat. I got a headache, sinus congestion. So the energy was there, needing to be expressed, because I was sitting with it. Because I wanted to figure it out. And it manifested as a sickness, as me getting sick. Because that's how energy is. It needs to be expressed, or else it will manifest. But the sickness is a way for it to be expressed as well. So I stuck with it. And I'm adapting, learning, and I'm open. I feel open. Like, my life's going like this. My life's going like this. Like that. Right? That's a weird way to explain it. But that's how, if you guys have been on the wave of psychedelics, you might have felt that. Though there are moments where all of a sudden you feel yourself going like this. Even if you're still just you're just like this, but internally you feel like you're making that movement, my life is doing that. And it's causing me to look at myself in a way that's reinventing that is like, I'm reinventing myself. And semen retention is giving me the push. A push like no other push. Imagine if you're on a journey to reinvent yourself, and you get far, but you're still letting off your life force willy-nilly, and you don't really have that I'm telling you, semen retention as a lifestyle, as a force within you, pushing you to, it's like having the ultimate blocker on the football field while you're running towards your goals. It's fucking blocking for you wild crazy. And in that way, it's pushing me to adapt with my situation, adapt with reinventing myself to be that person, to be the highest version of myself. Because in that path to be the highest version of yourself, don't expect that just because you're going out of your way to do things, that there are not going to be external things that are going to come and you're going to move with, you're going to dance with, you're going to adapt with, based on what you want. Based on what you want, and based on the value that you provide, and that the circumstances may provide for you. They may cause you to reevaluate and look at certain things. And you want that, because like Tyson was like, yo, you don't know who you are. Like, you're figuring it out. You know who you are, but like, you also don't, which is great. It's like we are, because the reason that, now here's the point, the reason that he said that is because the reason you don't know who you are is like, because the second that you say, I know myself, that's very limiting. It's very limiting. And he's right. That's a brilliant point. Like, the second that you try to box yourself in, you have limited yourself. Not to say you don't know, you're not self-aware, that's different. But you can even feel it, how I'm describing it. Like, yeah, like that. I'd rather be open, malleable, to adapt. And with retention behind you, you have lifestyle skills like discipline and courage and confidence and creativity that can help you when you're in your reinvention process. It'll help you to charge forward in that direction until you get the result that you want, the desired result. And it's a process. Like, it's a process. It's not going to be fire every day. You know, there's times where like right now I feel like a nice calm, like just do what you can right now. You know, do what you can, you know, because there are things that are outside of your control. So at the same time, you have to keep your space. You have to keep forward. So sure, you have the things that you can't control. What can you do though? What can you do? That's where you gotta focus. Focus on the solution. Walk by faith, not by sight. Not even walk by faith, not by sight so much. Focus on the solution. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Focus on the solution. You know, what can you do? You can do stuff every day. You know, you can do stuff every day. Even if it's relax. Even if it's ease up off the affirmations for it. And I'm speaking like this. It's like I'm speaking to myself. Because this is what I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you guys. You know, ease up off the affirmations for a little bit. You know, instead of just go on vacation. You know, take your mind off it. And because the thing is, allow the universe to do its thing. That's why all this stuff is happening. It's helping you. It's supporting you. Let it do its thing. You don't got to tell me twice. Ease up a little bit. Ease up a little bit. You see how there's a dance there? And when you got retention back and you feel fully confident in that ease up. Because you feel it. So reinvent yourself. We have that opportunity. And that's just something that I wanted to share with you guys. It's just a quick little spark video that I wanted to just make off the fly. I hope you guys have been doing great. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Because your goals, they may take 1 month, they may take 6 months, they may take 1 year, they may take 15 years. Don't stop. You can do it. You can do it. All you got to do is keep at it. That's it. And it's going to happen. Trust me. It's going to happen. So that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. I wish you guys well. I wish you guys success, man. Success. That's the time we on. And the link is in the description for the Awakened Alpha merchandise. It's selling like crazy. I'm so glad and thankful for all the support. Get yours ASAP. Let me know in the comments if you got it too. And you already know. Until next time, remember guys, like I always say, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Peace.